Now to our new segment, Pundit's Corner, where we dissect the 2023 elections. Will be fought and won. How it will be fought and won. So we'll take this break. When we come back, we'll talk more.
Miss a moment. Instant breaking news from all over the globe. Live streaming of your favorite programs delivered directly to you. Watch anytime from anywhere on your mobile or smart devices. Download the TVC News app today. Available on Google Play and Apple Store.
Yes, welcome to the very first episode of our Pundit's Corner segment on Journalist Hangouts. This is where we analyze the ship that the 2023 elections battles will take place. Today, we are beaming our searchlights on Ogun State in the South-West and Borno State in the North-East. Babajide, we promise our viewers that we are going to go across the 36 states, what is going to happen all through the presidential election and the governorship election. So, let's start from Borno State.
Okay. Borno State in the northeast of our country is one state that has always voted the APC. And there are many reasons to believe that the APC will win in Borno this time around. The candidate of the PDP, Muhammad Ali Jajore, is a young man from Abadam, which is the smallest local government in Borno State. Interestingly, Jajore comes from the same ward, the same polling unit with Kashim Shettima, the governor of the state. The NNPP...
Former governor.
Yes, and the former governor of the state. The NNPP candidate is a retired customs officer, Umar Al-Khali, is from Governor Shettima's local government, Maiduguri Metropolitan. This is the same local government where the Minister of State, Shehuri, Minister of State for Agriculture, Shehuri comes from. Shehuri was member of House of Assembly, two-time member of the House of Reps, and was a Guba candidate of the CPC. He's been Minister of State for 8 years. So one thing that I've observed is that even in their polling unit, being that the PDP candidate as well as the NNPP candidate come from the same ward as the governor, as the former governor, Shettima, to even win their polling unit has become a problem. That has become a problem. The PDP used to do well in some parts of Borno South, like Chibok, like Hawul in Borno South, and Biu. But right now, Biu is locked down for the APC because Batara, who heads the Appropriation Committee, the National Assembly, is from Biu, and he has built more than 30 roads in Biu alone. He has become extremely popular in that place. So it's not looking really good for the PDP in Borno State. You can imagine contesting, coming from the same ward with somebody who was commissioner in 5 ministries. That was health, finance, local government, education. I was talking about Shettima, the vice presidential candidate of APC. somebody who has been senator, who was governor for 8 years, now vice presidential candidate. And the candidate of the PDP is coming from his ward. To be able to even win his base has become impossible. And then the performance of Governor Umara Zulum is a factor. Many candidates even found it difficult to go and buy form because they knew this would be a waste of time. A lot of the PDP members resident in Borno State that should have entered the race did not bother themselves. It took someone resident outside of the state who had not been to the state for many years to come and join the race. It is very easy to predict that APC will be elected across all the elective positions in Borno State.
Starting from the presidential election, National Assembly,
lockdown for the APC, the National Assembly elections, lockdown for the APC, of course,
the State House of Assembly.
The State House of Assembly. Because when you look the biggest local government in terms of voting strength is Shetima's local government. It's Shetima's local government. So with the quantum of votes available there, and next after Shetima's local government is Jere local government, where Honorable Satomi comes from. More than 1,000 polling units from Shetima's local government. You can be sure he knows where the votes are. The votes are in his local government, and he's going to do his best. Borno is so easy to predict. When you're talking about structures, they have 10 House of Reps members, they have 3 senators, they have the governor, they have the deputy governor, the deputy national chairman of APC. The structures are intact.
To show you how very complex this state is, when you see the number of people, as in the political enlightenment in Borno State, the number of people that did not collect their PVC is just 80,000, compared to, over 2 million registered voters. Now, when you look at the trend from 1999, is there going to be any different from what we are going to see in 2023 in Borno State?
I think there will have been a major difference if the leadership, if there has been some changes in terms of performance of those in government in Borno State, at least in the past 4 years. You see, something happened in 2019. Zulum won with 1,174,000 plus. To defeat his rival, who won 66,000 plus. So you can imagine that difference. So I think
it's like a one-party state.
Yeah, so it's like
1 million.
Zulum, he was in charge of reconstruction in that sense, the commissioner. I think Zulum has been an iconic figure that people have been looking up to as somebody that you are praying that one day will emerge as governor of Borno State. And I think it's emerged. He has proved certain things. By restoring power to Bama, which was the hotbed of insurrection, and also the way he handled the COVID-19 pandemic. Then the child protection law was signed into law, and then the schools, and then a lot of people that have been convicted who are also in the terrorist, So I think that gives him a lot of potential to win second term. Now, if you also look at the fact that when the APC was conducting its primary, he was unopposed.
The presidential election?
Yes, in the primaries, the governorship primary, I think he won 1,411. All of them, not even one single person opposed him. So I think from what we are saying, PDP has not been able to build on any springboard to show strength
in Borno State.
That can conveniently, defeat Zulum.
Just keep it like that in Borno State. See what we've said. in Borno State in 2 weeks' time. Yeah. Come and cross-check. Now, we'll go to Ogun State. Yeah. Complex situation in Ogun State.
Ogun State, in Ogun Central, there are a number of big politicians, beginning with Olusegun Oshoba, Ibikunle Amosun, Afolabi, Afoakpe, Shuaib Salisu, the former chief of staff, Ademola Aderin Okun of PDP, and Segun Sowunmi of PDP. Segun Sowunmi is the Amosun of the PDP because he's not going to support the candidate of his party. That is Ladi Adebutu. He's not going to support Ladi Adebutu, but he will support Atiku. He's going to work hard for Atiku. Amosun has a candidate that is come out from the ADC. From, you know,
from the ADC.
That's the candidate that he prefers.
Similar to what happened 4 years ago.
So now Ogun East has 9 local governments. And Ogun East has some of the most powerful politicians in the state, led by Otuba Gbenga Daniel. The interesting thing that I've seen is that, which appears to give the APC an edge in this election, is that all former governors of the state are all now in the same party. Even Baba Onabanjo, who is not alive, his daughter, Bukola Onabanjo, is also in the APC. All former deputy governors, beginning from Oshoba's era, are all also now. Gbenga Kaka is in the APC. Daniel's deputy, Salmot Badru, is in the APC. Amosun's 2 deputies, Segun Adeshegun and Yetunde Onanuga, they are also in APC. The incumbent deputy governor, Noimat Salako Idele, also in the APC. The chairman of PDP during the Gbenga Daniels years, George Ufadairo, is also in the APC. Politics is is by nature. And when you go to West, Ogun West, the most dominant politician from that end is Olamilekan Yayi.
The same one from Lagos.
The people of Ogun West listen a lot to Yayi, and they see Yayi as likely to succeed the incumbent governor. So for that reason, even though Amosun has brought someone from the zone, they are more inclined to waiting for another 4 years, believing that now that they have a son who is influential, who has the money, who has the capacity, that could be their first opportunity to produce the governor of that state. Now, going to the east, which is the zone that has 9 local governments. We have people like Gbenga Daniel. The current governor is also from there. Gbenga Daniel is from Shagam. The current governor is from Ikene. All the big politicians, including Kaka and the rest of them, they are supporting the incumbent governor. I'm talking about Senator Kaka from Ijebu. You know, he's very effective as a politician in that area.
So before we you know, the presidential election will come first, and there's a dynamic that some people like.
I'm going there.
Yes,
I'm going there
because the presidential election comes
first. The
first.
reason I start with the governorship is that it's like a base. Politics is like a base. If we do not have such people, there's no way the presidential race will not be affected by the internal dynamics of politics in a state. So with all these people that I talked about earlier, they are in the APC. Naturally, the APC candidate in the presidential election is the candidate to beat. I've heard people, I think one of the opinion polls even said that Peter Obi will win Ogun State. Yes. They gave him 4 states from the South-West. That's the last one, I think by the next year or so. That is not going to happen. APC, with the powerful politicians that they have in their midst, with all former governors, now belonging to one party, all former deputy governors, all, that's, looking back from since the 70s, all now in the same party, you can only point to an APC victory. We can only point to an APC victory in both the presidential and the governorship election.
That's the verdict.
Yes. APC will win both the presidential as well as the governorship
regardless of what Ibikule also is trying to wrestle 2 weeks after from the ADC, that Abiodun will still...
That is my projection. I just returned from Abeokuta this morning, you are aware. That is my projection. My projection is that Governor Abiodun will be re-elected, and the candidate of the presidential candidate of the APC would win the presidential election in Ogun State.
Note it down. 2 weeks' time, we'll come and cross-check.
Well, I think something has always been playing itself out in Ogun State. Ogun Central and Ogun East have always produced the governor of the state for a very long time, I think since 1999. And there is a concern that Ogun West, which is Yewa, should be the turn of Yewa. But in terms of the dynamics of politics in Ogun State, in terms of, for instance, Yewa has just 4 local governments, In terms of population, in terms of registered voters, the 2 most dominant areas are Ogun Central and Ogun East. And just like Babajide has said, I think from my own reading, the strongest political parties in Ogun State seems to be APC and PDP. The PDP candidate has its own strength. I think the PDP candidate and the APC candidate are from the same Ogun East. And the deputy governorship candidate of PDP was also formerly
Akilade,
was the one supported by Amosu. Well, people are talking about the wealth of the Adebutu family and all that. But there's also a snag because the son that is contesting for election is the first, I can say it's a newcomer, in the politics of Ogun State. So I think with people like Kaka or Shoba, the former governor, Benga Daniel, I think, and also with the support of frontier states, of Lagos, of Oyo, of Lagos, of the APC in the South-West, I think the current governor has a better chance to win, irrespective of what Senator Amosu is doing. The candidate he supported the last time, Akinlade, is now in PDP. He's no longer supporting him. He has raised up a new candidate.
That's the result of the 2019 election.
Yes, so I think in spite of, people are beginning to see Senator Amosu as somebody very difficult to please. He's a very difficult politician to satisfy.
But the caveat is that if he is supporting somebody from ADC, but he has made it clear that he is going to mobilize for Bola Tinubu.
That's a huge contradiction. The voters will begin to look at you with a kind of suspicion. What kind of politics is that? So I think that may not offer anything good for him in the politics of Ogun State. I see the current governor, irrespective of the fault lines, winning the election in Ogun State come 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time, when the election holds.
All right. So, Borno and Ogun State out. Tomorrow we'll continue. Today.
Yes, we'll continue. We'll only say what we can see.
Yep.
Not, we won't be influenced by sentiments.
No, from antecedents.
This is the truth.
And fault some of those opinion polls that are based outside and they don't understand what is happening in the local scene. Wale Adeoye, I want to thank you.
Thank you.
And another one from BKO, the executive producer of Journalist Hangouts on Sunday. Thank you, BKO.
Thank you.
You don't want to miss tomorrow's edition of Journalist Hangouts, especially this Pundits Corner. And that's our offering today. Join us tomorrow at 5 p.m. You can watch the repeat broadcast tonight at 11:30 p.m. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I'm Ayodele Zubaku. See you tomorrow by 5 p.m.